My bad. I'll be ending the video. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna figure something out. So I'm going to give this a press. I already measured my design for my 12 months. Is usually, if it's 12 months, it's 6 by 6.5. So I already have that all measured out. So I already know my computer's already down here, so that's good. So we're gonna have to save it to the USB, all that good stuff. But I gotta give my shirt a nice good press. This is the HTV Rock heat press, which I love. I hated that thing that went boom. And then the one I had was like all big, and I don't want a cricket. So this one was really cool. So what I just did, my bad, y'all. What I just did was fold it in half so I could get my center. When I put it on the Hooping Master anyway, it really gets the center, but I like to confirm it with my press. And it usually comes out right, but I still like to know what I'm doing. So that's what I'm working on now. My machines are already warmed up. Boom, is ready to go. And while I'm over here, I'll grab this USB. Let this cool off for a second while I bring you guys back over here so that we can hoop it. Okay, let me back it up a little tiny bit. All right, so that's gonna cool down for a second. We'll move this out the way. And my coffee. Actually, you see I'm not even like halfway done, so I didn't really need my coffee too bad this morning, which is good. I'm looking for my thing with my clips, which is right here. Okay. So if you guys didn't know, Uno is my best seller. And the last couple ones that I did were single trim. This one is actually a double trim, which is the glitter and then the black underlay. Hooping station. Get a baby one. Get an infant one because they have different sizes. Get an infant one for up to your biggest toddler size. I even use the infant one for adult sweatshirts. I think I use that with this. So get a baby one at $90 because the big adult ones is like $500. And it works just as well as this one. So don't spend $500 for that hooping station. Unless you got it like that. I ain't got it like that. I bought this $90 one and it works well, like I said, even with the adult clothes. So just put the stabilizer on the little clip here, clippy things here. So they have like these things where you can lock it in, like lock the stabilizer in, which was such a good invention. I think it's dope. I saw them for $40, but they don't have all the sizes. So this is my size. I use my 7.25 by 7.25 mostly all the time. And they don't have that one for this one. But I tape the sides anyway. So it gets the stabilizer nice and tight so it don't move around. But I love that. And I'm waiting for them to come out with one for the 7.25. Then I'm going to get one and show y'all how to use it. They have one for 8x9, but I just don't use the 8x9 enough to justify really buying it, even though, you know, $40 is not a lot. I did use my 8x9 the other day, but I was like, oh, you know, big deal. In any event, so she's all cooled down. She has a center line. And you're just literally going to dress the hooping station. So you just want to put it over top. Line your center line up with this little notch right here, which is the center. So if that means move it over to the left or right, you're going to do that. Then you go and look. See what you got going on. Like I said, this is an infant station. So it already works well with this size shirt. This is a 12-month shirt. So it already works well. So as soon as you put it on, it's going to give you the kind of the exact placement, which is cool. So with toddler shirts, you need 1 inch from the neckline. And just by filling it and where my hoop is going to lay, by the time I put my hoop on there, it's going to be about 1 inch. Once you start doing it, you will start measuring with your eyes. You don't have to use like the placement thing and everything like that. But like I said, because this is made for these size shirts, it's already set up and it's good. So once I pop my magnetic hoop on, because with your magnetic hoop, right, you got to start your, right about here, if you use your imagination, your needle is going to come down probably like a quarter to a half an inch. That's all the space that you have when you put it in the machine, because you don't want your needle to hit the actual hoop. So yeah, so it's already by time. So right now it's about a quarter inch. By the time you put this on, where you need another quarter inch, half an inch, it's gonna make it. It's gonna add up to an inch. So it's gonna be perfect. Boom, and my center that's on my hoop is centered with the line. Sometimes if you know you've folded this directly in half and it's off a little bit, that's okay. When you trace it, you can move it over a little bit. Sometimes I do that too, just to get it a little bit even. So actually this is off a little bit, but when I put it in my machine, I'll just shift it over a little bit to the line that I made, because I want to use the line that I made rather than what they did. But actually, theirs might be a little better. The hooping station actually might be a little better. So either one, you're good. So the tape really helps, because without the tape, it could feel like that the stabilizer is not as poppy, not as tight. So I like the tape, because then I know that it's on there really good. Now we come over to the machine for a quick second, because we gotta go save the design to the computer, and I'll show you all that in a second. So now that my machine is all ready and fired up, I'm gonna go ahead and insert this. Always put your hand through here. Otherwise, if you don't and you think you know what you're doing, boom, boom, and there's not enough room, if you stitch this thing together, you're going to be mad at the end of your project. Because you probably won't even realize it till almost the end. It doesn't even matter. You can realize it at the beginning and still going to be mad as if you had already did it. Trust me and ask me how I know. So I always, when I'm putting my garment or whatever I'm doing, I put my arm through it to make sure that I don't stitch my shirt together. And then I always go like this too, to make sure it's just nothing under my hoop but the stabilizer. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to just place you right here so that I can go grab my computer, because you don't need to go everywhere. Okay? Alright, got my computer, right? Ooh, let me hurry up and get this off of here. There's somebody's address showing again. Alright, the address not on there. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So I'm gonna go to my embroidery software. I was playing with something. I was going to try to, come up with a new design, but that's all good. So we go to open. This customer is Journey. So I'm gonna go, oh, here she is. Already set up, boom. I already did it, okay? So what I like to do also is double check the size and everything on my Shopify. So I'm gonna go to my Shopify. She is Stephanie. Okay, yeah. Stephanie is Journey, Journee. She's turning 1, obviously, with the Uno birthday. Let me just get that out of there. And then she's a 12 month. She's not getting any socks. And yeah. So I just wanted to make sure that was a 12 month. That's what I have. And I'm going to get out of here. Go back to embroidery. Okay. So like I said, this is going to be a 6 by 6.5. I have it at 5.58. So I'm going to up it to 6. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is it's trying to say it's bigger than my that's why this little part right here is red. It's trying to say it's bigger than my hoop, which it probably not be, but I'm gonna just shrink it just a little tad bit because it should be 6.5 anyway. But it's a little bit bigger because of her J. But if she I will allow the length to be a little longer than 6.5 if they have like a big letter, because then that's pretty much the extra. So it's like closer to 7, 6 by 7, but it's not too bad. Let me see what 6.5 would look like. Yeah, so that 11 by 16 is not that bad. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back to 6. So that's all ready. Here's my USB. Boom. And I'm gonna go green, blue, red, yellow, green, blue, blue. I like when they have 2 letters, I like to make them the same color right here. But I think I'm gonna switch it. I'll make this red. See how it looks. Yeah, I like it with the alternating colors. Like sometimes, like I said, when they have 2 of the same letters, I like to make it the same color, but I actually like the way that looks. So hit save again, file, save as, and then I come down to my USB and save it. Now I gotta eject my USB from the computer. She is ready. She is ready. All right. So here we go. While that's loading, I'm gonna get my colors. Colors. There's my applique. It's already cut out. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I was just at Hobby Lobby. I needed some more yellow. I knew it was something else that I needed because I ran out of this yellow. I had enough, but I got an order yesterday, last night. So I had just enough yellow for the orders that I had at the time. It's all good though, because I'm not really ready to do the other ladies' thing, which is fine. So. Alright, so we go down to the J's. Find Journey. J comes before K. Here she goes, right there. Then set, then move you up a little bit just so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. So in edit, then I'm going to trace it. And like I said, that the my beam is tad bit over, you know, than where I did the halfway mark. But like I said, you can move it over just a tad, or you can leave the way it was because it is even. Whatever you want to do. I moved it over a little notch. All right, so I'm going to trace it just to make sure that everything falls in my hoop. Make sure my beam falls in my hoop, in my design. So far, so good. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay. So for this one, I do all white because of all these different colors. I like to see my placement stitch, so I make it all white at first when I do my applique. So I'm going to assign it to place to my position 2, which is where my white is. Then I'll start to use my colors when I do my satin, my final satin stitch. Red is 5, 2 is white, 3 is the green, blue is 1, 5 is red, 6 is 4. Or no, yellow is 4, not 6 is 4. Green 3, blue 1, and 5 red, which is already set up in there, which is good. So it's all set up. It's a 37-minute design, but it really is a little bit longer because I have to cut the applique. All right, so let's get it started. Like I said, I'm not going to have y'all look at the whole process, but I'll do like one with you. I'll do this, the red applique first. just to show what I'm going to do, and then I'll get started cutting my tool for her skirt. And then I got one more little thing I might do today, but I think I might end my day a little early today. We'll see, because I'm ahead of schedule with my orders. Yay me. So the other video I was telling you guys about the heating bond. I'm gonna go get my trash can. I know how to use this tripod a little bit better. It's almost ready. Let me get it off and then put it on there. I turned it because I'm getting ready to show you me cutting it. So then this is, you cover your design with the applique that you need and then let it go. That's like 3 minutes. That's why I need to learn how to edit so that I can kind of speed that process up for y'all. I don't know how to do it yet. So yeah, here we go. So that stitch is called the tack down stitch. So the placement is where you place your applique. Tack down is it sewing on top of that. And then you cut it out, then it does its final stitch. It's going to do all the applique first, and then it'll go back and do the tack stitch. I just want to show you this one, how I cut it out, and then I'll end the video there. Because this one was like a 20-minute video, the other one was like 10, so then you got 30 minutes. That's not too bad. I have watched embroideries for hours and hours. I binged Angela, Jasmina. And I tell you, when I first started, I binged watched her videos in particular. My husband at the time was like, "You're obsessed with her." I'm like, "No, I'm obsessed with embroidery and I can't wait to do it." It's almost done, y'all. 1 more minute. Coffee is good today. Sometimes Dunkin' messes up my stuff. Ooh, good today. All right, here we go. Take out the machine because you have to cut around all this. And then I just turned on my heat press because you have to press it down. That's a pro tip. Pro tip, press it down before the satin stitch so it's already flat and it looks pretty. You still give it a final press at the very end, but pressing it in between, I'm telling you, that's a pro tip and make it look nice. So here we go. Sorry, y'all, this might take a couple minutes, but if you're interested, you will pay attention and watch. So I am cutting around the stitching. Careful not to cut your stitching. But this went around twice. That's why I love this digitizing. So even if you clip a little bit, you're all right. So you just cut around close. I recommend these scissors. So much better than those like little orange Fisker ones. Like Fisker need to come out with something like this. I haven't seen any. I have Hobby Lobby. So I would love fisters because I think they're good. But so I am cutting around, careful not to cut my shirt or my stitching. Some people cut this out. I've done it. Cut this out with a Cricut, but I don't think it saves that much more time. I mean, it saves on, it doesn't save time because you still have to like save it, cut it out. It doesn't save time, but it does save you cutting. But if I'm being honest with myself and you, this is my favorite part. I love cutting around. For some reason, like even when I was younger, I used to love cutting. Like when I was in art class, I used to love cutting. So this is my favorite part of the whole. I love applique. I love doing applique because I love cutting around the letters and all that good stuff. I know I'm losing you guys because I am right-handed. Let me turn my chair around so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Oh, okay. I'm right-handed and I know I'm losing you. Okay, here we go. So however you feel comfortable, you don't have to cut in any particular order. You just gotta make sure you cut it all. Okay, make sure it looks good. Okay. Go back down on this side. Like I said, careful not to cut the stitches or the shirt. So just be careful. We have 22 minutes. So hopefully between the two videos, it doesn't go over 30 minutes. I'm almost done and then I'm gonna end it, y'all. I just want to show y'all how I get this started. Because I'm only going to do the same thing just with two other colors and then I'm done with the shirt. Then I'm going to walk away because then it'll just stitch out, you know, the remaining, but only 3 pieces of applique on here, which is cool. All right, one more little piece and then it's done. Cut around the O. Beautiful. So it's nice and close. If you can see, it's nice and close. All right. Then I need a little Teflon sheet because when you heat up this sequin, it pulls up all the pretty stuff, all the little sequin part. So if you cover it, you're good. So that's what I'm going to do. And you cover it each time. So got this. Place it on your little mat. And that heat and bond sticks, and then it's all pretty ready for the next step, which is the black part. So here, if you can see, now it's flat to the shirt. It's not like kind of puffed up or anything like that. So it's ready to go back in the machine and get ready for the next step. I'll just show you and then I'll end. All right, so that's ready. And if you want, you can, it's got a little stuff on there. I will get my lint brush and before it does the name, I'll go ahead and clean that up. But it's pretty good. So now it's going to do my next step. But before I turn on the loud machine, I'm going to end it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to put both videos together because I did end the first one by accident. So yeah, happy embroidering. I can embroider, so can you too. So